Hi, this is Lee at IELTS, and in this video we will have a look at an overview of the IELTS speaking test. First, let's look at some test basics. The test lasts for between 11 to 15 minutes. This will be determined on how much speaking you do on the day. It is an interview style test and it's done with an examiner. You do not go in with another person like you do in some of the other speaking tests. The test is also recorded. This is done for quality control purposes. If the examiner needs to listen to your speaking test again when they're marking you, they can do so from the recording. And if you want to have your speaking test remarked, this will allow a senior examiner to listen to your recording and reevaluate your test. Finally, the test is divided into three main sections. Part 1 of the speaking test goes for about 4 to 5 minutes. During this time, the examiner will ask for your full name, the one that's on your passport, and will ask to look at your identification. Again, this will be your passport. Generally, there are 2 different topics that you will be asked to talk about or to answer questions about. You will be asked 8 questions, 4 questions per topic. The topics are general topics, they're not academic. So your questions, you might have 4 questions about your hometown, and then you might have another 4 questions about the tourist destinations in your home country. Treat this section like any first day of an English language course. Usually on the first day, you get to know the other students by finding out about their home country, things like what they eat, what do people do in their free time, and tourist destinations. Part 2 of the speaking test. This is a little bit shorter. It goes between 3 to 4 minutes in length. You will be given a topic to speak about for between 1 and 2 minutes. Always aim to speak for 2 minutes. You will be given 1 minute to make notes though. Use this time wisely. Don't just start talking, make your notes. Plan what you're going to say. After you have finished speaking, you may be asked 1 or 2 follow-on questions. This is done to make sure that you haven't memorized the speech. Some of the common topics that you may be asked to describe on test day are people that you know, places you have visited, or objects that are important to you. Just treat this section like you're telling a story to a friend about your experience or your knowledge. Part 3 of the speaking test lasts between 4 to 5 minutes. You'll be asked more questions about the topic that you discussed in Part 2. However, these questions will be more abstract. Therefore, you need to discuss your opinions about the topic rather than your personal experience. There are 3 levels of questions that the examiner can choose from that they will base on your assumed level. So if the examiner thinks you're doing very well, they will choose questions from the 2nd set or the 3rd set, as these are the more difficult types of questions. So if you get a question like, oh wow, that's incredibly difficult, I don't really know how to answer it, relax, answer the question as best you can because you're probably doing quite well. This section, treat this as you would the writing task too. So give an answer, expand on your answer, and give a few examples. In the next video, we will look at the marking criteria for the speaking test. This will help you to understand what the examiner is looking for and will guide your practice tasks. Don't forget to practice speaking English every day. Good luck. This has been Lee at IELTS. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.